Flosstube. Come here. Come here. Come say hi. So, hi guys, welcome back. My name is Bev. I go by the username Be More Creative here on Flosstube and on Instagram. Just going to tilt this down so you can see who I'm fussing here. Come here. Come here. Come say hi. So this is Sheba. She is my parents' 9-month-old German Shepherd puppy. So if there is barking in this video, I do apologise. This little madam is not very happy. My dad is currently outside working in the garden and she wants to go as well. So we brought her in. She's now got hold of my hairband. Will you get off? Leave it. Leave it. She is a real little menace. So hopefully she will settle down. I do apologise if there is any barking in this video. My parents actually have 2 German Shepherds. One is 6 or 7 years old. He was a rescue. Bless him, he is probably under the bed asleep. It is really hot here and he is a long-haired German Shepherd, so he doesn't do too well with the heat. This one is a bundle of mischief and is always up to something. So hopefully she is just going to settle down on her bed. She's got some toys down there. She also has a bone down there, so hopefully she will just settle down for this video. But I thought I'd introduce you at the start so you knew who was causing all the mischief in case I have to stop filming. So where have I been? I was originally meant to be back over a month ago. So I did 2 videos when I was back in the UK and then I was coming away on holiday, and my plans were I had 5 weeks off work and I was just going to stitch. I was going to get so much stitching done. I was really looking forward to it, really excited, but that just didn't work. That did not work at all. I had some procedures done for my eyes before the summer, at the very start of the summer, sorry, and that went really well, no problems. I got my new glasses, which meant I could stitch, no problems. However, I had been obviously quite worn down with the whole thing with my eyes, and that left my immune system quite weak, and I ended up catching a really horrible virus that has lasted just over a month. I still technically have it, but I'm at the very end of it now, so I am now just feeling the symptoms of being very tired, not having a lot of energy, and having trouble concentrating. So everything that I'm going to show you I actually did in July. So all of this stuff, I think, except for 3 very tiny finishes, I did in July because I just wasn't able to stitch. So, you're back. So, yeah, let's just jump in. So I do have quite a few finishes because, as I said, when I filmed my last video, I was at the school, and was that the school? I may have been at the hotel, I can't remember. I was probably at the school and I was ready to go. No, I was at the school because I did my summer video. So I was ready to go and I did so much stitching within those 2 weeks. And I don't have all the charts to show you for the finishes, but the items are finished. So the first one I'm going to show you is not fully finished because I'm currently working on something with my dad for this. And hopefully my mum is not watching this video. Mum, if you are, please turn away. But this is the French kitchen, so Cuisine Française by Hands On Design. This is an absolutely gorgeous chart. I cannot remember the fabric. I think this might be June. No, I don't know. What I will do is I will put the fabric name down below, or if I can on the screen. This is actually a XJU Designs, and I think it's something like Ghostly something. I can't remember. But yes, so this is an absolutely gorgeous little chart. So much fun. I used all of the called for colours, which were all Weeks Dye Works, and I actually stitched this. This is a 20 count. I stitched it over 2, so I made this a 10 count because I wanted this to be nice and big so she could put on the wall, and at 20 count was just going to be too small. Even 14 count was a bit too small. So I have, I think what I did is I did change a little bit of the flowers just because I went wrong there. So I have personalised it. And I just laced this how I lace all of my projects. I really love the way lacing makes the corners really nice and sharp. I've just realised I've got a thread sticking over there, so I'm just going to push that back. But yes, I love how lacing the corners, which I'm not sure if this is the right way to do it, it's the way I do it, and I find it works really, really well for me. I lace the corners and then I just go across the middle with a little bit of lacing just to hold it together, and that way the points on my corners are nice and sharp. So that is finish number 1. Then I have some fully finished items. So my July piece, I think this was my July piece for the cross stitch camp by Colorado Stitcher. I believe that's her name on YouTube. I will put it up here. As I said, guys, I'm really sorry. My mind is just blank at the moment. So for my July piece, I did a Mill Hill kit that I've now fully finished. So this is the Mill Hill Violin, and this is stitched using the kit. So the perforated paper and all of the beads and floss came in there. And then I have just fully finished it using a piece of felt. I do need to wipe this off. This is just some white powder from what it was being stored in. It seemed to have a little bit of white powder that got stuck, but it will wipe off. And these are for my sister for her birthday. Last year she asked for some handmade ornaments, so I made her some art pieces. This year I've gone with a music theme. So that is the first one, and I absolutely love how these turned out. They're really, really sweet. I then did the drum. I think this is my favourite one of the series. Same thing, I finished it with felt on the back. And these stitch up so quickly. I was stitching these up in a day. That was a day of stitching, but it would probably stitch up in 2 evenings. Really, really nice, really easy to stitch. I was just doing the outline of the colour and then just filling it in. Absolutely love it. And then the last one I have is, I believe it's called the Mandolin. And I love this one as well. I do have one more fully finished item that I've already gifted. So what I'm going to do is put a video up here. I did the Dreaming of Van Gogh by Barbara Anna Designs. Sheba, come on. Sorry, I've got puppy treats for when she's good. So I have, as I said, I will put the video up here. I finished this into a drum. It's not 100% perfect, but I do really like how this turned out. I stitched this on a 14 count navy blue Aida scrap that I had. So some of the colours are a little bit more difficult to see in on the photos. However, in real life you can see the difference, and I turned this in a drum pincushion for my sister. And this one was difficult. Like, the stitching was really good. I set myself the time limit of when my sister moved into her new flat. Originally thinking that I had 2 weeks to do it. However, my sister told us that she was moving into her new flat that Saturday. So I was starting the project on the Sunday before, and I was taking my time. I was doing chunks of stitching here and there, thinking I have 2 weeks to do this, a little bit each day, it will go quite quickly. I had a week to stitch all of this. Bearing in mind there's quite a bit of stitching in this, and fully finish it. So the night before she was leaving early morning on the Saturday. So on the night, Friday night, I was finished stitching this at like 11 o'clock. And then I was fully finishing this until about 3 a.m. in the morning. 2 a.m. maybe. I was doing really good. I did manage to fully finish it. It looks okay. It's my first drum, so there's a lot of improvement to be done, but I absolutely love it. And more importantly, she loves it. So there's that one. And then for my August summer cross stitch camp, I did Silver Creek samplers because it was something new, and I have quite a few of their patterns. However, I have never stitched any of their patterns. I just have them in my stash. So I did, this one's for my dad for Christmas, the Pour Favor. And I absolutely love how this turned out. I used the Weeks Dye Works Bordeaux, which is the darker purple you can see here. However, all of the, that's like the Bordeaux-y red colour here, sorry. But all of the other colours I've used are paint box threads. Now, I did this summer bring my paint box threads collection. It's one I'm going to be leaving in France, so that way I have stuff here for the summer, for next summer and for Christmas and things. And I just switched out the colours so that way I could have, I could design it using those threads, just because I didn't have a lot of DMC with me and I didn't want to go out and buy some. So this is stitched on 16 count Dune by Chromatic Alchemy, stitched 1/1, and then I've fully finished it into a flat fold using this gorgeous corkscrew fabric that we found when we were out. Just got a little ribbon closure and a little ribbon around the edge, and this one stands up on its own. So I absolutely love that one. So that was the stitching that I got done July and at the very start of August. I then more recently was stitching, wanted to get back into stitching, but wanted something very small. And then I was on the Shannon Christine Designs page, and she has in August been releasing every Monday a little freebie chart. So it's like a small chart, very easy to stitch, took a couple of hours to stitch. The first one was the polar bear, and I have fully finished these. I just took a curtain, a wooden curtain hoop. I have 2 different ribbons, a silver ribbon and then like a Bordeaux red ribbon, and then I stitched the beads onto the 2 ribbons. So before I wrapped it, I had my 2 strands of ribbon and I was stitching the clear and the white little seed beads onto the ribbon so they would be nice and secure, and then I just wrapped the whole thing, the wooden hoop with the 2, and then I've just got this dangling in the middle. Absolutely love it. So this is stitched on 16 count chalkboard Aida, and it is just using paint box threads. I just went and decided what colours looked most similar to the design. Hers were blue, however I did purple, just because the box I had didn't have the blue in. I'd left that in the other building, so I was too lazy to go and get it. So that is the first one. And then the second one that I had time to stitch and fully finish was the centre. And I love these. I think these are going to look really, really sweet on the Christmas tree this year. So I have fully finished those 2. I then also yesterday stitched the little penguin. So as I said, these stitch up really quickly, stitched up in about 2 hours. They're really, really small. So I may fully finish him the same way. I have got 4 ribbons wrapped ready, and then I also have my little elf to finish, but I'm not sure yet, because I'm also thinking I need to start putting some little cross stitches aside for my December journaling this year, because each year I do a December journal which features embroidery and stitching. So I'm not sure. It probably will finish up like this. So then I have got matching ornaments. However, I have 2 of these, I don't know. But it would be nice to have all 4 like this, so possibly. So that is all the stitching finishes I have to show you. I have one whip. However, I'm not sure I can really class this as a whip. I have done the smallest amount of stitching. As I said, I finished these up over the past couple of days, and then this morning I was like, I want to start something. So I started the hands-on designs. This is the White Christmas series that I'm doing, and this is Luminaria Lane. And as for my stitching, I am, as you can see, working on the bottom there on the Luminaria. So I've got that part done. I just need to stitch Lane and then start working my way up. So it's a very small start, but I am back into stitching. As I said, I have not been able to stitch for quite some time. I was just too ill, and the thought of doing anything was not going very well. So I do, however, quite have a little bit of haul, but before that I just want to show you, this is a crochet that my sister made me. My sister is absolutely amazing at crochet. She loves crocheting, and I keep encouraging her to open a little Etsy store, but this is a little angel. She made me a gingerbread last year, and then I asked her if she could make me a little angel this year to go on my kind of winter wonderland tree. So I picked the colours. I've got like this lovely mint green halo, and it's also got like a mint green part of her dress. I'm not sure if you can see it. And then it goes into a bow at the back. But I think she is absolutely gorgeous, and I absolutely love her. So help me encourage my sister to open a little Etsy shop for her crochet. She does loads of different things. Little toys, all of this. I believe it's called, I can't remember what it's called, amigurumi, something like that. But the really sweet like dolls and toys and things. So absolutely gorgeous and super excited. So thank you so much to my little sister for that. And then on to haul. So the first thing, I haven't unwrapped these because obviously I'm putting them in my suitcase, so I need to make sure they're nice and clean. It's a lot easier to buy the cones in France. It's also cheaper. You can't get all the colours unless you like order them, and I didn't want to do that. So just off of a website called Casasenia, which is where I buy a lot of my stuff from in France, I got the B5200 and the 310. I did buy some last time I was here, like I got the 321 and some other colours, so I just wanted one of those because they were out of stock last time. I did also get the cross stitch Halloween. I always buy the cross stitch Halloween and the cross stitch Christmas issue. The rest of them I read on Readly, but I do like these because these are quite nice to have at the school in case the students want to stitch anything, but also I love having all the little ornaments. I'm not sure what I think about this one. There's a couple in here that I would stitch, but I'm not a big Halloween person anyway, so absolutely gorgeous charts in here. I'm just not sure how many of them I'm actually going to stitch out of here this year. When I was on Casasenia, they had a sale on some of the Prairie Scholar Halloween charts, so I picked these up. These ended up being like £1.50. Sorry, don't want to show the chart behind it. So I got Knock Knock, and I thought these were just sweet. These were little ones I could stitch up. Who's There? And The Night Flight. Sorry if you can hear the strumming. My dad is strumming just outside. I saw these and I thought these were gorgeous. These are the Caroline Manning, Tent Maker Smalls. So I managed to get February and January. You can also get these on her website. The rest of them I probably will, but I thought these were quite small. Maybe make some nice little dough bowl pillows, or even I am thinking about doing a cross stitch quilt, maybe doing an edging like this. And then the last two things that I have to show you are charts that I have been keeping my eye on for a while, but I couldn't seem to get them in the UK. So this is Family of Birds. And I saw Ronnie stitching this from Garon Stitchery, and I absolutely love these. And this is Moth of the Flower, or Mouth of the Flower, sorry. And I just think these would be absolutely gorgeous stitched together. Or I am thinking I need to have a look at the stitch count size of stitching them 1/1 on a higher count fabric as the front of a journal, is what I originally thought of these, but I'm not sure. It is 184 by 260, so I will have to have a look to see what size I would need to stitch these over a smaller count. They might be too big for that. If not, they're just absolutely gorgeous stitched together. Yes, they're both the same size, so you could pair them together if you wanted to. So that is everything I have to show you. As I said, there is quite a few finishes, and I wasn't sure if I was going to film Flosstube or not, because as I said, my head is still all over the place. I feel like this video has been all over the place, but I needed to come on and show you the stuff. Also, I'm not taking my finishes back. Anything that I have finished, with the exception of my little ornaments, my Shannon Christine design ornaments, those will probably be coming back. I'm not even 100% sure if I'm taking those back. So yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying. So I wanted to show you this stuff before I left. I'm leaving France tomorrow. It's my last day today. So leaving France tomorrow to head back to the UK, and I will be back at the school on Monday, moving back in. So I have to get my room all set up, which I have to say I quite enjoy. I've got I like setting up my room. It's a small space, but looking forward to working out how to best use the space this year. So I should be back in 2 weeks. I'm hoping to be back. I'm now over the virus, so as long as I don't come down with anything else in this time, I should be back in 2 weeks. I really want to thank you for all of your kind messages and support on my last video, but also on Instagram. So many of you reached out on Instagram to see how I was doing over the summer. As I said, it's rough, but at least it was the summer and I was already off work, so I could just do nothing and just try and focus on getting as well as I can before traveling. Next week, as I said, I'm back at work, and then the week after the students are going to be back. So I've got training all of next week, which is always fun. And then I've got the busy week of getting my students back set up. I signed up to do a 2-day gold work course on the 10th and the 11th. There are still some places open if anyone is interested. It is at the, I can't remember, the Army Museum in London, Chelsea. And I think that's my cue to go, guys, before she starts barking. So I'm just going to tilt you down. Say bye-bye, Sheba. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon.